Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing a game between 88 Alpha Sierra rated 851 vs Delio 7 rated 868. Let's get started. White decided to go d4 and then knight to f6. This is good. You want to have at least one pawn in the center. Knight to c6. White can also move the pawn to c4 to gain more space, but he went knight to c3, pawn to g6. Personally, for me, if I was playing this, I would probably move the pawn to d5. Bishop goes there. Bishop goes to g6. Notice the bishop is on the long diagonal, and then black can castle on the next move. And then white decides to go here. I think this is a little bit too early, but we need to ask questions such as, can my opponent safely capture a piece? The knight can safely take this pawn because of this bishop. The bishop's protecting the if the knight takes it, then the bishop would be protecting the knight. So this is a real threat. And black decides to go here, and this makes sense because it is protecting the pawn. I think that this is a little bit too early. If I was playing in this position, I would probably move the pawn to d6 to defend the c7 pawn. But he did go here. Notice that, again, the knight's protecting the pawn, also attacking this bishop too. And white decides to take the pawn. This is a really huge mistake because it's not safe. Notice that black has two defenders, attackers, and white only has one attacker. So if I was white, taking the knight, this is not a good move. It's not safe to take the pawn. Black decided to take it, so that was very good. And then white decides to move the pawn here. And now notice that white has two pawns in the center. That's good. Let's see what black does. He does go there. I think this is okay. I think that if I was playing in this position, I would probably maybe move the pawn up to d6 or maybe d5 because I want to have at least one pawn in the center. But okay, black moves the knight here. Notice the knight and the bishop are attacking this pawn. Okay, so the bishop goes back. I'm not a big fan of this move because he already moved the bishop out. If I was white, I would probably move the knight over here. So now the knight and the queen are attacking this, so the queen and the knight are protecting this pawn. So let's see what black does. He castles. Okay, that's okay. But I would probably maybe move the pawn up to d5, because I'm kind of concerned about, like, what happens if this pawn moves up to d5? Yeah, so I think, black needs to be concerned about that. But okay, black castles, and then, yep, so the pawn attacks the knight, and then, ooh, okay, wow. Okay, so bishop takes pawn. It's attacking the rook. Notice this pawn is also attacking the knight. Okay. Rook. Oh gosh. Okay, so rook goes there. It's attacking this bishop. Black goes here, and this is a good move because it checks the king. White goes there. And then he takes it, so that's good because black doesn't want to lose a piece, so checking is good. Queen takes, and then the knight goes there. That makes sense. You don't want to lose a knight for a pawn. And then queen goes there. Let's see what happens. Okay, this move makes sense. The queen is attacking the knight. You don't want to lose the knight for nothing. So moving the pawn here makes sense because it's protecting the knight. It also opens up lines for this bishop, so not bad. And then white decides to start attacking with pawn at h4. Let's see what happens. Bishop goes there. Okay. Um, I think that this is okay. You have to just be careful. Um, because first of all, notice that now the rook can take this pawn. Let's see what happens. Okay, and then the pawn goes up. It's attacking the bishop, so he needs to go back. Okay. That's good. Let's see what happens. So he's White's being aggressive right now. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. Um, Bishop goes here. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe the pawn can go to b6 so the rook can't take this pawn. But okay, bishop a4, it's attacking this pawn. Pawn takes, and then pawn takes. This is very good. The queen goes here. Notice that white is threatening checkmate. Black decides to go here. This is a good move because it stops the checkmate. So not bad. Let's see what happens. And then he's aggressive. One thing I noticed that white hasn't even gotten this knight and this bishop out. So I'm very concerned about that. Let's see what happens. Okay. Queen goes here. This is kind of okay. So I think black is trying to get fancy right now. Notice that if the white pawn takes the knight, then the rook can take this bishop, and then this is going to be a skewer because if the king goes here, oh wait, no, then the queen can go here. This can get pretty crazy right now, but let's see what happens in the game. Black offers a queen trade, and white declines the queen trade, and then black takes a pawn. Okay, that makes sense. Notice that white is not threatening checkmate anymore. Bishop goes there. Okay. Personally, for me, I don't want this rook to take this pawn. So I'm thinking maybe moving the pawn to b6. I think that would be better. But okay, bishop goes there. Okay, let's see what happens. And then rook goes there. Okay, so now the rook is attacking this knight. What happens now? Okay, so rook goes there. It makes sense. Rook goes there. Bishop takes pawn. Okay, so I like black's position right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so pawn goes there. It's attacking this rook. What happens? Oh, I don't know about that. Isn't it true if the bishop takes? If bishop takes, then if bishop takes, then the pawn can just take the rook, right? So this doesn't look good for black. I think I don't know. I also think that maybe rook to f5 that looks good because it's attacking the queen, and it also saves the rook. But okay, knight goes there. Bishop goes there. Okay, what happens now? Oh, okay, and then now this is getting crazy. The knight is going there. It's attacking this rook. The pawn is attacking this rook. So this is getting pretty crazy. Pawn takes, and then the queen goes here. But my question is, why can't we just take the rook right now? This doesn't make sense. Like, okay, queen goes here, but really, I would really just take this rook right now. but okay. Queen goes there. The queen goes there. Okay, so then now the queen is threatening to take this pawn. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, and then things are getting crazy right now. Knight takes rook, and then queen goes there. King goes there, and let's see what happens now. Rook goes here. I'm not really too sure why he did that. Actually, maybe he might did go here to maybe protect this pawn. Notice that white has not even moved this knight out. In the opening, you really need to get the all the knights and bishops out. So just given the fact that this knight has not moved out, that's not a good thing right now. But let's see what Black does. He goes right here, and I think the reason why he did that is maybe he wanted to do a queen trade. But I think that Black can be aggressive and perhaps go queen to d4 and start attacking white's king, because white's king is very exposed right now. But okay, black's queen goes there, and then the queen goes here. I'm not really too okay, so that, I mean, I guess it's like a queen trade. And what happens is black decides to trade queens, and then rook goes here. And then now notice that this is a skewer. This is not good for black right now. So in this position, what I would probably do right now is I would probably maybe move the queen to g8, because it gets out of the check. If the queen takes, then king takes back, and notice now the rook is not can't really go to h8. That's not safe, and then that's not a skewer too. So that's what I would probably do. I would probably go queen to g8. But okay, black allowed the skewer. So again, the king goes there, and then rook takes. So this is not very good. And right now the position is equal. So let's see what happens. Okay, so knight takes pawn. Okay, bishop takes the bishop goes there, is attacking the knight. And then right there, I think what I would probably do in this position is I would probably go knight to c5, because if the knight is on c5, notice that it would be controlling more squares. When the knight is here, notice that it's on the side of the board, and notice this knight has no safe squares to go to. So I would definitely have gone knight to c5, but okay. Knight goes there, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so it seems like black is being aggressive. It's attacking this bishop. Okay. Okay, so knight takes. I guess this is a bishop trade. Okay. Knight goes there. Pawn goes there. Needs to move. Okay. Let's see what happens. And then okay. So knight takes pawn, and then rook takes pawn. Ooh, okay. I think black needs to be a little bit careful right now, because notice the rook is attacking the knight and the pawn at the same time, and this is a little bit difficult. I don't think that I would want to well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe knight to c6, maybe. I think this seems a little bit better, because it stops the knight on c6. It is protecting the pawn on a7. But okay, knight takes f4. Rook takes. Black is in a little bit of trouble right now. Okay, knight goes there. Okay, and then rook goes there. I think in this position, what I would probably do is the rook, it is attacking this pawn, the knight's attacking the rook. I would probably move the rook over to c7 right now because it's attacking the knight and it's still attacking the pawn too. And once this knight moves, then the rook can just safely just take this pawn. So I don't think that moving the rook to a8, I don't think that this is the best move. But okay. Rook, oh, so knight goes there, rook goes there. And then the knight goes there, but I still don't understand. Um, the knight goes there, but I mean the rook can just take this pawn. So this is not that great. Also notice that the rook, it's pinning this pawn to the king, so that means that the knight can safely take this pawn. So therefore, what I would probably do is I would probably go king to f8 right now because it is protecting this pawn and this pawn is no longer pinned. But okay, knight goes there, knight takes pawn. Pawn cannot take again because the rook is pinning the pawn to the king, so the king goes there. Okay, knight goes there, king goes there. Yikes! Isn't that going to Doesn't this hang a pawn? I think right now I would probably maybe move the king to e6 so the king can still protect the pawn. But okay. Why can't the rook take this pawn? Okay, but rook goes there, and I oh, okay, so what happened right now is I think that black lost on time. So I thought this game was very interesting. If you liked yeah, let me know what you thought about this video by commenting below. And if you like watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, I also invite you to support my channel. There's a PayPal link in the description. Thanks in advance. And if you want your chess game to be analyzed by me, let me know and I will be happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.